Yes, Mr. Minister.
As it is a court, my lord, with the leave of court, may I continue to call the next witness into the box. And he is Sifiso Zungu. Sorry, ma'am.
Yeah, swear the witness in.
Sicela amagama akho nesibongo futhi.
Sifiso Zungu.
Ukhulumela phansi ababuza la. Uma khuluma babuze la ngicela uphakamise futhi.
Sifiso Zungu.
Okay, uyimisela ukufunga futhi ukuthi uzokhuluma iqiniso la kanjani?
Yeah, ngikhuluma iqiniso.
Okay, sicela ngabe uyafunga yini ukuthi ukufakaza uzobethula kuzoba iqiniso lodwa, iqiniso eliphelele. Uphakamise isandla sakho sokudla. Uphakamise isandla uthi inkosi ngisize ngikhuluma iqiniso.
Inkosi ngisize ngikhuluma iqiniso.
The witness is sworn in. The names are Sifiso Zungu.
Okay.
Abambiza Gwabeni.
He indicates that he's being referred to as Gwabeni.
Thank you, madam.
Sorry, what's his real name?
Igama la ngempela ubani?
Sifiso.
Sifiso.
And the surname?
Isibongo?
Zungu.
Zungu.
And this Gwabeni, is it a name also, or what is it?
Gwabeni. Okay, it's my clan name.
Your?
Clan name. In other words, when you pray singing the clan name.
Oh, I see. Okay, fine. You have to sworn the witness in.
That's correct, my lord.
Okay, thanks. You must begin, Mr.
As it is a court, my lord. Thank you, Mr. Zungu. Now, which one would you rather prefer we call you with, we use here at court? It's Gwabeni, your full name, or Zungu, your surname?
Ngaba ke ufisa ukuthi ke ubizwe ngaliphi ke la inkantolo isibongo uZungu noma ke isithakazelo uGwabeni?
Ngibiza ngoGwabeni.
Gwabeni.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Gwabeni. I am Mr. Mnisi.
Mina ke ngumnumzana uMnisi.
Sibonga.
Thank you.
I am part of the defense team representing some of the accused here.
Ngingxenye ke yabameli ke abamele bona ke abasola.
Siyabonga.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now, in Julius Caesar, William Shakespeare said, "The ides of March are come." It means the day has arrived.
Lize lafika ke usuku Gwabeni.
It will get more clear as we get into your testimony as to the reason why I say the ides of March are come.
Kuzoye kucaca ke lokho ke nanjengoba sebesiqhubeka ke singena kubona ubufakazi bakho ukuthi kungani ke ngisho kanjalo ngithi ke usuku seluze lwafika.
Thank you, Mr. Gwabeni. Now, I've indicated through the permission of the court, of course, to the witnesses who have already testified here, that court is the freest place that you can ever find around, or is the freest institution?
Right.
Thank you. Now, court is the freest institution of all the institutions that you can ever find around.
Ngikushilo ke lokho ngikusho ke ngayo ke imvume yayo inkosi yenkantolo ngisho kwabanye ke ofakazi ke ukuthi ke inkantolo ke yona ke indawo nje ekhululekile ke ongayithola ukuyona ke uma nje uyiqhathanisa nezinye indawo.
So you also invited to have that feel of freedom of expression, freedom of speech, a freedom of articulation. If you can speculate, you can gesture through your hands. That is just the nature of the court.
Nawe ke unikezwa ke noma ke uyacelwa ke ukuthi ke ube kanjalo ke ukuthi ke uyithole nje ukuthi ke ukhululekile ke noma ke uma ukhuluma lokho ufuna ukuthi ke mhlawumbe ukusho nje ngokukhululeka.
Thank you, Mr. Kwabene. Now, you're coming here just as a preliminary or as an interlude. It involves circumstances about the passing away of Senzo Meyiwa.
Ukuza kwakho lana ke noma ke ukuthi uyithole ulana kule nkantolo ke kuhlangeneke mayelana ke nokushona kwakhe uSenzo Meyiwa.
This is just by the way of an introduction.
Uchaza ke nje ukusho nje uma sizoqala ke.
Thank you. Now, this court has had testimony from numerous witnesses that on the 26th of October 2014, in the early hours of the evening, Senzo Robert Meyiwa was involved in a brawl with two intruders with fatal consequences.
Le nkantolo isitsheliwe ke lokho ke kutshelwa ke ofakazi ke abazile ke lapha phambi kwale nkantolo basho ukuthi ngazo i26 kaOctober 2014 uSenzo Robert Meyiwa kwakunokulwa ke kwakukhona ke phakathi kwakhe nabantu ababili abangena lokho ke ekwahola abangena endlini lokho okwaholela ekuthini ke abeseya uyashona.
Now, subsequent to this incident, investigation was triggered by the police. That took some time to come to a point where we are.
Kuye lokho ke kuholela ekuthini ke amaphoyisa aphenye lapho ke kwasekholela kule ndawo esikuyona ke njengamanje.
Now, in the course of the investigation, this court has been told that the investigating team stumbled upon a certain Constable Zungu, who gave them information which led the police to you.
Kukona ke lokho amaphoyisa ke ase ehlangana naye ke uConstable Zungu obatshela ukuthize lokho ke abatshela kona kwaholela amaphoyisa kuwena.
Do you understand up to this point?
Uyangizwa ke kuzofinyelela la esengimekhona. I hear you.
Thank you. Now, the police had an interaction with you. We'll get deep into that, which then culminated to you being ultimately being requested to come and assist this court on that which you would be telling this court on being your knowledge of what you know about this incident.
Amaphoyisa ke abese yakhulumisana ke nawe lokho ke waholela ekuthini ke ube ulana ke phambi kwale nkantolo ukuthi ke uzotshela ke le nkantolo ulekelela le nkantolo mayelana ke nolwazi onalo ngalokho.
Thank you. In the process of their investigation, in the broader context, the police arrested the 5 gentlemen that are before court here.
Kukona ke abakwenza noma kuphenyo lwawo ke amaphoyisa alwenza babobha-ke abalisa laba abahlanu abawu-5 abaphambi kwale nkantolo.
Now, if you look at them, just take your time, look at them, because I'm just about to ask you if you've got knowledge of who they are.
Ngicela uthathe isikhathi sakho-ke ubabheke ngoba-ke ngizokubuza-ke ukuthi uyabazi ukuthi bawobani.
Thank you. Now, let us start with the first gentleman. His name here at court is known as Muzika Kulelwa Sinethemba Sibiya. Do you know him?
Asiqale-ke ngalo wokuqala umlisa. La inkantolo waziwa njengomuzika ukhulelwa Sithemba Sibiya, uyamazi?
Yebo ngiyamazi.
Yes, I do know him.
Let us complete the picture. How do you know him?
Umazi kanjani?
Umfowethu.
He's my brother.
As in, can you please explain?
Awuchaze kabanzi,
Brother
awuchaze.
in what sense? You know, our African are all brothers.
Ngesintu-ke so wonke nje umuntu umfowethu, ngesintu nje. Manje awuchaze.
Uzala umamkhulu.
He is the child of my mom's elder sister.
Oh, okay, thank you. That is understandable.
Ngiyakuzwa-ke manje.
The second gentleman is Bongani Sandiso Ntanzi.
Owesibili-ke uBongani Sandiso Ntanzi.
Do you know him?
Uyamazi?
Yebo ngiyamazi.
Yes, I do know him.
And how do you know him?
Umazi kanjani yena?
Umfana okhwele kwesinye isigodi kodwa bedlala naye ingoma.
He is a gentleman that grew up in a different village, but we would all be coming together for dance and sing, for song and dance.
Thank you. For how long have you been knowing him? I understand that accused number one is your brother. It's a different case scenario. But Mr. Ntanzi, for how long have you been knowing him?
Ntanzi yena-ke nesikhathi esingakanani umazi?
Ngicabanga ukuthi ukukhula nje wakhe sikhule sonke.
I think just growing up, we grew up together.
Thank you. Now we go to the third gentleman. He's known as Mtobisi Mncube here at court.
Siye kowesithathu-ke la enkantolo waziwa njengomthobisi Mncube.
Mtobisi Prince Mncube.
Mthobisi Prince Mncube.
Do you know him?
Uyamazi?
Ayangimazi.
No, I don't know him.
Thank you. Then we go to the fourth gentleman. He is Mthokoziseni Zipho Mapisa.
Owesine umthokoziseni Zipho Zonke Mapisa.
Do you know him?
Uyamazi?
Yebo ngiyamazi.
Yes, I do know him.
Same. How do you know him?
Umazi kanjani?
Umalume ngeke ngithi omalume abanye lapha ngale ngasekhaya komama umuntu obehla ngasekhaya komama lami. La uzala ngakhona umama.
Where my mother is originally from, or where my uncles are staying. Yes. So he is from that particular area where my mom hails from.
Wow, okay. So it's from the same village where your mother is coming from.
Usuke esigodini la uma wakho abuya khona.
Yebo.
That's correct.
Do you have any relation with him?
Kukhona ukuhlanganisayo naye. Noma ukuhlobana.
Akukho nje umalume. Akukho ngihlanganisa naye.
And then le ndaba kamalume, uthini umalume?
Umalume nje ngoba umalume wasesigodini lapho kusuka khona umama.
Okay. No relation. It's just that what you would refer to as an elder or an uncle from the area or the village where my mom comes from.
Okay. The last gentleman on the court's extreme right-hand side, the right-hand hand, is known as Sipsobuhle Mkanintuli. Do you know him?
Osegcineni-ke waziwa nanjengofiso kuhle Nkani Ntuli. Uyamazi yena?
Yebo ngiyamazi.
Yes, I do know him.
Can you please tell the court how do you know him?
Chazela inkantolo ukuthi umazi kanjani?
Umzali, uzalwa umalume.
He is my cousin. He is my uncle's child.
Thank you. Now, these are the gentlemen that the state alleges that they were complicit or involved in the death of the deceased in this case.
Ibona kabalisa laba umbuso othi noma ke umbuso osola ukuthi ke babe yingxenye ke ekushonini kwakhe umufi kulelicala leli.
Do you follow?
Uyalandela. Uyakuzwa lokho?
Yebo ngiyazwa.
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Now, as I indicated to you, that in the investigation of the police on the circumstances surrounding the death of the deceased Senzo Meyiwa in this case, they stumbled across a Constable Zungu, who had already testified here at court.
Nanjengoba bese ngishilo-ke kuyena ukuthi ke kuphenyo amaphoyisa alwenza ase ehlanganake noma lolo phenyo lwabaholela-ke uConstable Zungu osebuthululeke ubufakazi bakhe phambi kwale nkantolo.
He introduced himself here as court as Sizwe Sikhumbuzo Zungu.
Uma-ke ezisho noma ezethula-ke la enkantolo wathi-ke uSizwe Sikhumbuzo Zungu.
Sikhumbuzo Zungu. And do you know him?
Uyamazi?
Ngiyamazi.
I do know him.
How do you know him?
Umazi kanjani?
Uzalwa ngomkhulu.
His father, I would say he's Mkulu would be in two ways. It's either Mkulu is a grandpa or would be my father's elder brother. So ukabila ngithi igama Mkulu. Ukuthi ke ungaphambili umdala kunobaba wakho noma ke umkhulu like
Uzalwa ubaba. Uzalwa ubaba umkhulu.
Okay, that's correct. Yes, I would say that his father is my grandpa.
Thank you. So you got some certain degree of relationship with him.
Okusho ukuthi kukhona ukuhlanganisayo naye yena uSizwe Sikhumbuzo Zungu. Kukhona ukuhlobana okukhona phakathi kwakho naye.
Yebo kukhona.
That's correct.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Kwabene. Indeed, your name featured a lot in the testimony of Mr. Zungu. This we ultimately referred to him here at court as Constable Zungu.
Igama lakho ke liye lagqamaka noma livelile kakhulu ke ubufakazi bakhe umnumzana uZungu la enkantolo ebebizwa ke njengo Constable Zungu.
Do you follow?
Uyangizwa?
Yebo ngiyakuzwa.
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Now, without any waste, he proffered his testimony on the 7th of September 2023. That's the date on which he started to testify.
Kwakungeyi-7 kaSeptember 2023 ilanga ke aqala ngalo ukuthi ke ethule ubufakazi phambi kwale nkantolo.
And he testified, we'll get into that very shortly. He testified about the incidents that panned out on the 26th of October 2014, which is the date on which the deceased in this case was killed.
Efakaza ke mayelana nokwenzeka ke ngazo i-26 October 2014 ekuyilona ke ilanga umufi ashona ngalo.
Now, basically, he sketched his testimony on your involvement in this case around that day. He sketched his testimony about your involvement around this case around that day. He sketched his testimony about your involvement in this case around that date.
Ukuthi ke wena ke uhlangana kanjani ke mayelana nalokho ke noma nalokho okwenzeka ngazo ke i-26 October 2014 ubufakazi bakhe ke ebobusho ngaleyo ndlela ukuthi wena ke uhlangana kanjani ke nalesigameko lesi.
Thank you. Now, this is what he said. That on the 26th, in the morning of the 26th of October 2014, you gave him a call.
Kubufakazi bakhe ke akusho ukuthi ke ekseni ke ngazo i-26 October 2014 wena ke wamshayela ucingo wena washayela yena ucingo.
Ngamanga.
He's telling lies.
We will come to that. Why do you say he is lying? Now, he further said that as you gave him a call, it was because he wanted to know if he would be able to come to Foslo Rest on that day.
Uthi ke isizathu sokuthi ke wena ke wamshayela ucingo ngalelo langa kwakuwukuthi ke efuna ukuzwa kuwena ke ukuthi wayengeza yini eFosloras ngalelo langa lelo.
Hayi ukhuluma manga.
No, he told lies.
Thank you. And then, as he was talking to you, or in fact, as you were talking to him, his response was, because it was still early in the morning, because according to him, you phoned him around 15 minutes past 7 o'clock in the morning. He told you that he first has got to go to work, but would be able to come to your place when he knocks off in the afternoon.
Uthi ke wakutshela ke ngoba ke kwakusekuseni ngaleso sikhathi ke ukuthi ke wayezoqala emsebenzini wayezothi ke ngalelo langa lelo uma esephuma ke emsebenzini eze kuwena.
Any comments?
Khona ungakusho?
Hayi ukhuluma manga.
No, he told lies.
Thank you. He went on to tell this court that after that discussion, there was a bit of a pause. But then you then initiated a call. You called him and informed him that a certain gentleman by the name of Marco Sonke from Rustenburg will also be joining you.
Uthi ke kwase kugcina ke kulokho ke uthi kodwa ke wase uphinda ke wena futhi ke umshayela ucingo ke umtshela ke ukuthi ke kunomlisa thizeni okuwumakho sonke okuye Rustenburg naye ke wayezoba khona ke lapho uma senihlangana.
Hayi unamanga.
No, he lied.
Thank you. Then after you had called him, you then sent him, Zungu, Makosoke's contact details. In other words, after you had spoken to him, you then sent Makosonke's details over to him. That is now Constable Zungu.
Uthi ke muva kokuthi senikhulumileke wase wena ke umthumela imininingwane kaMakhosonke magama ke imininingwane kaMakhosonke wena wayithumela kuyena uConstable Zungu.
Hayi ukhuluma manga.
Now he told lies.
Thank you. He went on and told this court that he then called you and told you that he would call you once he knocks off at his work in the afternoon.
Uthi wasekutshela ke ukuthi ke uzoxhumana ke noma wayezoxhumana ke nawe uma esephuma emsebenzini ngalelo langa lelo.
Hayi ukhuluma manga.
No, he told lies.
Thank you. Well, the following is good. It might have a little, you might have little knowledge on it, but this is what he further told this court, that as he proceeded with his testimony, he said that after he knocked off in the afternoon, he then contacted Makosonke and arranged with him to meet at Carlton Center.
Uthi ke uma eseshayisa ke emsebenzini ngalelo langa lelo wasexhumana naye uMakhosonke base bevumelana ke ukuthi ke bazohlangana eCarlton Center.
And indeed, Constable Zungu then went to Carlton Center in Joburg and found Makosonke waiting for him there.
Uthi ke ngempela ke yena ke Constable Zungu waseya khona ke eCarlton Center wahlangana khona noMakhosonke.
Now he went on and told this court that as they were sitting and eating there at Carlton Center with Makosonke, you then called him, Constable Zungu, and asked about their whereabouts. And Zungu informed you that they were already on their way to your place.
Uthi ke besahlezi ke lapho bedla ke eCarlton Center wase wena ke uxhumana naye Constable Zungu ufuna ukwazi ukuthi babe kuphi nendawo wakutshela ke ukuthi ke babe sendleleni eza kuwena.
Do you follow?
Ngabuyezwa yini?
Ngiyabusela.
Yes, I can.
Yes.
What is your comment on
What's
the
your
fact that you called him, Constable Zungu, to find out where they were, and then he informed you that they were on their way?
Uthini ke kulokhu kokuthi ke wena ke wasuxhumana naye ufuna ukwazi ke ukuthi babe kuphi nendawo wasetshela yena ukuthi basendleleni eza kuwena uthini kuloko
akaze bengitshela ukuthi bayeza kimi
they never informed me that they were on their way to me.
Was there any such conversation on this day with him?
Yayikhona yini inkulumo ekanjalo ngaleliya langa phakathi kwakho naye?
uConstable Zungu ufike 2017 kimi eqala ukufika nakhona ngisurprise
The very first time that Constable Zungu came to me was in 2017, and it was a surprise.
Yes, Mr. Kwabeni, we will get into your explanation. But this is what just Constable Zungu told this court.
Siyezake kokuchazwa wena noma kokuzochazwa wena kodwa ke manje ngikufundela into eyakhulunywa uGwabeni la enkantolo.
You can either say you agree with it or you don't agree, as you have been saying that no. Up to thus far, you've been saying all the things that I've already read, mentioned to you, which testified about here at court involving your name, that's not true.
Ongakusho ke ukuthi nje uthi cha yebo uyahambisana naloko kuyiqiniso noma cha akusilona iqiniso ngalendlela ubukade wenza ngayo ke ukuthi cha lokho sekushiwo kuwena kuthiwa kwakubufakazi bakho uZungu la enkantolo ushilo ukuthi amanga ukhuluma amanga.
Do you understand?
Kuyezwakala?
yebo ngiyakuzwa
Yes, I understand you.
Yeah. Now he says, as they were seated there at Carlton Center with Makosonke eating, you called him, wanted to know their whereabouts, and he said to you that they were on their way.
Manje ke lana uthi bathi besahlezi lapha eCarlton Center yena noMakhosonke bedla wase wena uxhumana naye ufuna ukwazi ukuthi bakuphi nendawo noma babe kuphi nendawo wasekutshela ke yena ukuthi babe sendleleni eza kuwena.
awunamanga
No, he's telling lies.
Thank you. Then according to him, and this is what he told this court, that they then drove from Carlton Center with Makosonke, and they then arrived at Basotho Hostel, in the place where you were staying, between 14 hours and 15 hours in the afternoon.
Uthi base besuka ke khona lapha eCarlton Center bafika ke eBasotho Hostel ekwakuyila ewuhlala khona ke kwakuphakathi kuka 2 no 3 emini.
Do you follow?
awunamanga
No, he's telling lies.
Thank you. Now he says, or he further told this court that upon arrival there at Basotho Hostel at Fosloris, he then greeted you and sat with you.
Uthi ke mase befika ke khona lapho asebingelela ke wahlala phansi nawe.
And there were also other people who were from the villages there back home.
Uthi ke babe khona ke nabanye ke abantu nabo ababebuya ke emakhaya la nibuya khona.
Do you follow?
Ngabuyezwa yini?
awunamanga
No, he's telling lies.
Thank you. Now he described the place where they sat at the hostel that you were using as your residential place, that they sat inside a hostel place known as a common place. I don't know what place is that, but maybe that's where people just go and sit. But that was his testimony here at court. He was never clarified what kind of a place was it. But he said, you, him, and these other people that he said were from back home, there in the villages, they sat at this place known as a common place.
Uthi ke kunendawo nje indawo thizeni ke lapho enanihleli khona ukuthi nje indawo ke khona la abantu bahlala khona ke kwakuyena kuwena kanye ke nabanye laba ke enibuya nonke nabo emakhaya.
unamanga
Telling lies.
Thank you. Then he further told this court that as they were sitting, as you were sitting at that common place, then Makosonke told him that he had a bottle of Jamison.
Uthi ke nathi nesahlezi nonke ke lapho uMakhosonke wabe sesho ke ukuthi yena ke wayenebhodlela le Jameson.
hayi unamanga
No, he's telling lies.
Yeah, he just explained further to this court that that was just not a mere sitting. You guys were talking, you were eating, you were drinking, and you were also having some fun through dancing.
Uyasho nje ukuthi ke indlela nanihlezi ngayo ke lapho kwakudliwa nanikuxoxa kwakuphuzwa ke lapho nani ijabulele nje.
Awunamanga.
Who is lying?
He further told to this court that amongst the first people that he was able to recognize as the patrons who were there, it was accused number 1, Muzi Sibiya.
Uthi ke omunye ke babantu bokuqala ke athi uma babona ke wamazi ke lapho kwakuyena uMuzi Sibiya abantu ababekhona lapho.
Awunamanga.
No, he's telling lies.
Thank you. Now remember, we're talking about what he says happened according to him on the 26th of October 2014.
Ukhumbuleke lana ukuthi ke lana sisho into yena ke eyakhulunywa uyena la enkantolo ethi yenzeka ngazo i26 kaOctober 2014 khona lapha yana ehostel.
Do you follow?
Uyezwa kahle?
Ngizwakala.
I understand.
Thank you. He further went on to tell this court that accused number 2, Mr. Ntanzi, accused number 3, Mr. Mnube, and accused number 5, Mr. Ntuli, were there upon his arrival.
Waqhubeka ke kubufakazi bakhe ke ethi umsola wesibili umnumzana uNtanzi, umsola wesithathu umnumzana uNcube kanye nomsola wesihlanu umnumzana uNtulu babe khona lapho ngesikhathi yena afika ngaso.
Unamanga.
He's telling lies.
Thank you. And then he further told this court that because of the fact that he could no longer remember other people who were around there, because he then spent most of the time around Gauteng here, then you took the liberty to introduce some of the people that he found there to him.
Uthi ngoba ke isikhathi esiningi ke yena wayese esichithe lana ke eGoli engasabakhumbuli ke abanye basemakhaya kwaba uwena ke owathi ke wamchazela noma ke wethula abanye kuyena.
Unamanga.
He's lying.
Thank you. Then he went on to tell this court in his testimony that you then specifically reminded him about accused number 3, and you said accused number 3 was also known as Gaza, and you also reminded him about accused number 2, who's Mr. Ntanzi, who's also known as Mafika.
Uthi ke kubufakazi bakhe ke noma uqhubekekile ke kubufakazi bakhe uConstable Zungu athi kwaba wena ke owamkhumbuza ke ngaye umsola wesithathu wasumchaza ke noma umethula kanje ngogadla wamtshela ke nangayo umsola wesibili wathi ke waziwa kanje ngomafika.
Awunamanga.
No, he's lying.
He said you did not have to introduce accused number 1 to him because you already knew him.
Uthi ke sasingekho isidingo sokuthi ke umtsheleke noma ke wethule umsola wokuqala kuyena ngoba wayesemazi vele.
Then he further told, any comment to that?
Ukhona ufuna ukusho?
That he told this court that there was no reason for you to introduce accused number 1 to him because you already knew him.
Ngabe khona ufisa ukusho kuloko ukuthi ke sasingekho isidingo sokuthi ke umtshele ukuthi umsola wokuqala ubani ngoba wayesemazi vele.
Ayi ukhuluma amanga.
No, he's telling lies.
Thank you. Then he went on to tell this court that subsequent to that, then accused number 5 arrived, and you also introduced him to him as well and told him who he was. Yes.
Uthi ke kulokho kwase kufika yena ke umsola wesihlanu wasemtshela wena ke ukuthi ke ubani.
Aqamba amanga.
No, he's telling lies.
He specifically told this court that you specifically told him that accused number 5 was Nkani.
kwaba wena owamtshela ukuthi ke umsola wesihlanu unkani.
Awunamanga.
No, he's telling lies.
Now he's busy sketching out what happened there on the 26th of October 2014.
Manje ke uyachaza ke noma ke usho lokhu okwenzeka ke khona lapha yana ngazo i26 October 2014.
Now he says that as you guys, I will refer to you guys, as you guys were sitting there, then accused number 5 stood up and requested one of the gentlemen who was there to request him, Zungu, to move away his vehicle because it was on his accused number 5's ways. It was in the way of accused number 5's vehicle's way.
Uthi ke wasesukuma umsola wesihlanu. Waseke umsola wesihlanu ecela ke omunye ke wabelisaka babelapha yana ukuthi ke acele yena uZungu ukuthi ke uZungu azosusa ke imoto yakhe ngoba ke imoto yakhe ke yayisendleleni yemoto yakhe uMnumzana uNtuli.
Unamanga.
He's telling lies.
He said that indeed accused number 5 obliged not accused number 5. He said that he himself, Zungu, obliged and moved his vehicle away and gave accused number 5 a way to go out.
Uthi ke ngempela ke kwenzeka lokho ukuthi ke yena ke wase esusa ke imoto yakhe ukuthi ke ngempela umsola wesihlanu azokwazi ukuthi ke aphume ngeyakhe imoto.
Awunamanga.
Telling lies.
Now he told this court that the vehicle with which he arrived there was a grey Polo hatchback.
Uthi ke imoto afika ngayo lapho kwakuyi hatchback yePolo egrey ngombala.
Kumuphunyaka.
Which year?
We're talking about 2014.
Sikhuluma ngo2014.
That is what he told this court.
We get clarity as to who arrived in the grey Polo.
May I get a minute, my lord, just to check on my notes? No, he says it was a grey Polo hatchback. Grey Polo hatchback. I think I'm missing a point here, my lord. In fact, I'm sorry, Mr. Kwabeni. In fact, this Polo hatchback, it was a motor vehicle that was driven by accused number 5.
Yenze iphutha ke lana ne le Polo ebengikhuluma ngayo noma engiqeda ukukhuluma ngayo kwena ke imoto iyayishayelwa uyena umsola wesihlanu. Thike ubabunisi wenze iphutha la. Yayingashayelwa uZungu kodwa yayishayelwa unumber 5.
Ayunamanga.
No, he's telling lies.
Thank you. Then he says, sometime after accused number 5 had left, he realized that their beer supply was getting less, and then they also left in a red Uno to go buy liquor.
Uthi ke sekunesikhathi ke ehambile umsola wesihlanu wasebona ke ukuthi cha manje ke lokuphuza noma ke amabhiya ke manje asemancane base behamba ke ngeuno eyayibomvu ngombala beyothenga ke amabhiya lawo.
Ayunamanga.
No, he's telling lies.
Now he further told this court that he left with accused number 2 and 3, that is Ntanji and Mnube, and some other 2 gentlemen, all in that red Uno there were 5 in number when they went out to go buy this beer.
Ubesethi ke wahamba naye umsolo wesibili uNtanzi kanye naye umsolo wesithathu uMncube kanye nabanye ke abalisa ababili uthi ke bepheleleke kuleyo uno leyo babe u5.
Ayamanga.
No, those are lies.
Now told to this court that they went and came back with the
Aham.
beer.
Uthi bahambileke ngempela babuya na ubhiya.
Then they continued you guys continued with their festivities, that is now dancing, eating meat and drinking the beer.
Uthi ke naqhubeka ke ngaloko nani kwenza vele ke ukuthi ke nani shaya ingoma ke nidla inyama niphuza na ubhiya ke.
Ayunamanga.
No, he's telling lies.
Sorry, it's a minor detail maybe. Zungu, did he say he was drinking beer or was he drinking Jameson's whiskey, which he had doused, as they call it?
Yes, my lord. I'm just using a generic word.
No, you mustn't.
Thank you, my lord.
Yes, because that gentleman said he was drinking Jameson's.
Which he had mixed.
Yeah, he had mixed it.
Yes. Now, Mr. Gwabeni, the court is reminding me about specifically what Constable Zungu said. He said as they were seated there, he was drinking Jameson that he had mixed with some cold drink. I don't know what Jameson is.
Irish whiskey.
Excuse me, madam.
It's an Irish whiskey,
Yes,
distilled.
yes, madam.
Inkosi enkantolo iyangikhumbuza ke okwashiwo uyena ke uZungu la enkantolo ukuthi ke wayephuza lokho okubizwa ngokuthi ke iJameson uthi ke wayengayiphuzi ke injalo kodwa ke wayethela ke khona kwayethela ke idrink wayengayiphuzi nje ikanjalo.
Ayunamanga.
No, he's telling lies.
Thank you. Now he says, at around 8:30 and 9:30 in the evening, he was still seated at the hostel and he was facing the main door.
Uthi ke phakathi ke kuka 8:30 no 9:30 ke sekusebusuku ke manje wayesekhona ke lapho noma esahlezi ke lapho ehostel futhi ke ngendlela ke wayehlezi ngayo ke wayehlezi ke ebheke eminyango ke lo ekungenwa kuwona ke noma engenwa ephunywa kuwona.
Ayunamanga.
No, he's telling lies.
Now he further told this court that as he was seated there facing that main door, then he saw accused number 1, who's Mr. Sibia, accused number 2, who's Mr. Ntanzi, and accused number 3, who's Mr. Mncube, following each other and moving into the house or walking into the house through the main door.
Uthi ke esahlezi lapho ke ila abona khona ke umsolo wokuqala uSibiya umsolo wesibili uNtanzi umsolo wesithathu uMncube bengena ke endlini belandelelana noma omunye ke elandela emuva komunye.
Khuluma manga.
He's telling lies.
Now, according to his observation, he told to this court that he could see that they were in a bit of a shock as they were walking fast.
Ushilo ke uma ngabe etshela lenkantolo ke ukuthi kuloko akubona yena ke uma babhekile ke bakubonakala ke ukuthi ke ba abantu ke khona ke nje into ebathusileke ngoba ke babehamba bejahile.
Ayunamanga.
No, he's telling lies.
Now, he said they then walked straight into your room.
Uthi ke bahamba ke baya kwigumbi lakho.
Namanga.
He's telling lies.
Now, Constable Zungu also told to this court that immediately after they got into your room, you also stood up and followed them into the same room that is described as your room where they also got in.
Uthi ke uma babona ke behamba beya kulona ke lelo kamera noma ke igumbi lakho ke nawe wase ubalandela ke uya khona lapho.
Ayunamanga.
No, he's telling lies.
Thank you. Now he said he also got a bit curious which that that curiosity prompted him to also follow suit, to go and see what was happening in that room. In other words, he also followed you and these 3 other gentlemen into your room.
Ngoba ke wayefuna ukwazi ke naye ukuthi kwenzekani ke lapho uthi naye ke wasukuma ke wase elandela wena ke kanye futhi nalabalisa abathathu ke abangena kulona ke igumbi lelo.
Uqamba ma.
He's telling lies.
Thank you. Now he further told to this court that as he got into the room where you were with these 3 gentlemen, the lights went off.
Uthi ke wathi uma esengena ke kulona ke igumbi lelo ke wakulona kanye futhi ke nabalisa laba abathathu ke kwase kucishwa ke isibani.
Namanga.
He's telling lies.
Now, you then took the initiative and switched on the lights again, and then you said that the light or the globe was having some problems.
Uthi ke kwaba wena ke owaphinda ukhanyise futhi ke nokuthi ke uchazeke ukuthi ke kwaukhona nje inkinga eyayikhona ke ngaso isibandi leso noma iglobe.
Unamanga.
He told lies.
Thank you. Now, he told this court that actually when he arrived at Basutwini Hostel, he put his firearm in your room, or he placed it somewhere in your room.
Okunye futhi akutshela lenkantolo ke ukuthi wathi ke uma efika khona lapho eBasuthu Hostel isibhamu sakhe ayesiphethe ngalelo langa leso wasibeka ke laphana egumbini lakho.
Namanga.
No, he's telling lies.
Thank you. Now, he told this court that because you had said that the light was having some problem, then you started to try and fix it. You started to fix it in order to deal with the problem that the light had.
Nokuthi ke wazama ke noma ke la waqala khona ukuthi uzameke ukuthi ke ulungiseke isibane leso.
Unamanga.
No, he's telling lies.
Now he says, whilst he was in your room, in your presence, with the presence of accused number 1, 2, and 3, he also got in and stood between accused number 2 and 3, who were between 1 and 2, who were on his either sides.
Uthi ke uma esefika ke noma engena ke kulona ke igumbi lelo ke wama phakathi ke noma ke phakathi ke kwakhe umsolo wokuqala kanye nowesibili. Omunye kulhlangothi, omunye kulhlangothi.
Hayi unamanga.
Nowesithathu, wesithathu. No, he's telling lies.
Yes, he said as he was also standing there, accused number 1 was on his other side, and accused number 3 was on his other side.
Uthi nangijo la ayime khona ke kwakumsolo wokuqala, olunye uhlangothi, olunye uhlangothi kumsolo wesithathu.
Hayi unamanga.
No, he's telling lies.
Thank you. Then he says that he saw that both accused number 1 and accused number 3 had firearms in their possessions.
Uthi ke akubona lapho ke ukuthi ke bobabili ke umsolo wokuqala nowesithathu babephethe ibhamu kubona.
Hayi ungamba ma.
No, he's telling lies.
He told the court that accused number 3 had no firearm in his possession. Accused number 2. I'm sorry about that.
Uthi ke awabona ke ukuthi ke umsolo wesithathu wesibili wayengenaso isibhamu kuyena.
Hayi khuluma ma.
No, he told lies.
Now, he further told the court that now he gave an identity, a description, not an identity, but he gave a description of the firearms who he alleges, as per his testimony here at court, that were in the possession of accused number 1 and accused number 3.
Uchazileke manje esechaza zona ke ibhamu lezi athi ke wayibona ke zaziphethwe uyena umsolo wokuqala nowesibili echazela inkantolo ukuthi kwakuyibhamu enjani.
Now he said, accused number 1 had a .38 revolver.
Uthi ke umsolo wokuqala wayephethe i.38 revolver.
Angiqambela amanga.
He told lies about him.
And he said, accused number 3 had a 9mm firearm.
Uthi ke umsolo wesithathu yena ke wayephethe isibhamu esekuyi 9mm.
Ngamanga.
Told lies.
Then soon after realizing, now this is further testimony, realizing that accused number 1 had that .38 revolver and accused number 3 had that 9mm firearm, he then inquired from you about his firearms whereabouts.
Uthi ke esekubonile ke lokho ukuthi ke umsolo wokuqala wayephethe i.38 revolver kuyena, umsolo wesithathu ephethe ke i9mm, wase ebuza kuwena ke ukuthi sasikuphi noma sikuphi isibhamu sakhe.
Unamanga.
He's lying.
Thank you. Then he further told this court that you then produced his firearm. After having received it from you, he released the magazine.
Uthi ke wabese umnika ke wena ke isibhamu sakhe, emuva kokuthi umnikeleke wase khipha imagazine yena.
Unamanga.
No, he's telling lies.
Yeah, you know, when I actually read his testimony, when I came to this Weight magazine, I thought, what kind of a fire? We know with us magazine, we know Bona, we know Drum, we know Eschenwood. Then I couldn't really understand what the magazine was this. So, but I can take this up with the necessary experts who know what firearms are. Do you understand?
Kuthi nje legama ke lamagazine liyangishaya ke mina lokho mina ngikuhlanganisa nezincwadi nje zokufunda kodwa ke ngizobuza ke kubantu abanolwazi ke lwalokho ukuthi imagazine kuyini.
But that's what he said that you did. He did in your presence.
Kodwa ke ubufakazi bakhe ke into ayisho ke leyo ukuthi ke ikona akwenza ke lokho.
It's the other way around.
The Weight magazine featured when Constable Buthelezi gave evidence,
Yeah.
and also when the ballistic expert gave evidence.
Yeah, a magazine. Everybody knows it. I'm surprised Mr. Nisi does not.
No, honestly,
It's a receptacle of cartridges or projectiles of a firearm,
yes, madam.
and it's encased in a pouch, if I can call it that, an iron pouch. I grew up in Alexander Township.
Yes, madam.
I'm sure at about 8 I knew what the magazine was because
Yes.
there were gangsters in Alexander, Msomi gangs,
The Msomi gang.
the spoilers,
Yes, madam.
the vultures,
Yes.
the young Americans.
Yes.
I ukudlala.
The Msomi gang, my lord, the Americans and the vultures
Yes,
were gangs there at Alexander
and Sophia Town.
and Sophia Town.
Yeah,
Yes. No, I know the name Sophia Town. madam.
we know Brazinga.
Who, my lord?
Brazinga
Brazinga. No.
is a famous poet. Tell him. Mr. Baloyi, do you know Brazinga?
No.
Don Matera, the late Don Matera.
Yes, I do know that.
Okay.
I also know Don Matera.
Yes, he was Brazinga in Alexander Township.
I know him very well. Yeah.
In Sophia Town, rather. Okay, fine. It's just by the way.
He's an ordained son of the soil. Don Matera. My lord, I realize that we are almost at tea time. May I request a tea question?
Yeah, okay. Mr. Jim.